I got some music that I'm working on.
You do?
I did something currently, me, Eminem and Tupac. Yeah, coming out shortly.
Hey, boy, Pac been dead 30 years. Let the man rest in peace. And Eminem, come on now. Come on, Curtis. Put them shoes out, let them flop, and do your Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks remix, baby. Come on, baby, let's go.
Do you want to do a new one? Do we have a new album?
I got some music that I'm working on.
You do?
I did something currently, me, Eminem and Tupac. Yeah.
What? I mean, we're confused about the Tupac of it. Only
what are you doing?
AI?
It's his estate. We got no, it's not AI. It's actually
it's some of his stuff that hasn't been released.
His music,
and they gave you the green light.
What? That just broke some news.
Yeah, and they gave you the green light to use it.
Yeah, they delivered it. Actually, it was for the theme for the fight, Street Fighter.
Yeah,
the movie.
Yeah.
So and then we worked on it and got it right. So
when does that drop?
Soon. It'll be coming out shortly.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's big.
I want to go viral this morning, so Curtis, I ain't finished with you. I saw you making excuses of why you was kicked off the shows, blamed it on the black woman. She's the creator. She wrote it. It's her show. Ghost was her show. Kanan was her show. She gave you 3,500 an episode. Just to do little posts and all that. Be loyal to the black woman the way you are to Eminem. She gave you an opportunity.
On top of that, Ricky goes on to troll 50 Cent, being that 50 said that he has new music dropping with Eminem, and also continues to troll him, basically saying that them G-Unit sneakers that 50's gonna drop are gonna flop.
But I heard you say you finna release new music with Eminem and Tupac. Hey, boy, Pac been dead 30 years. Let the man rest in peace. And Eminem, come on now. Come on. Come on, Curtis. Put them shoes out, let them flop, and do your Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks remix, baby. Come on, baby, let's go. Those G-Unit sneakers gonna be in Costco, baby. I like the Lloyd Banks ones better than all the other ones. Them other ain't even got no sneakers, but 50, give Lloyd Banks his own high top sneaker. And Sister Shriek ain't happening no more, you know what I'm saying? You can focus on the sneakers. 50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters. It's $100 million house. Them y'all be talking about can't even show you a palm tree in their front yard.
Rick Ross posted a video flexing a $100 million estate while taking shots at 50 Cent, but 50 Cent quickly clapped back to expose the entire flex as fake. 50 claimed Ross was just standing at an open house that is actually listed on Airbnb.
I love to share game with the young hustlers. I'm a boss, keeping it true to the culture. If I wanted to sell 250 the first week, you think Rose couldn't have played that game that was played to sell $250,000 the first week? That shit cheap. Them y'all be talking about can't even show you a motherfucking palm tree in their front yard. This $100 million house. As I said on my story yesterday, 22,000 the first week, 20 the second week. Those drastic fall-offs, guys, that you see with a lot of those other artists is when the numbers are inflated. The bots. To me, the new flex is no bots. Keep it genuine. Keep it pure. Let the music fight any battles. You understand? Come on now. This the biggest boss. I'm letting niggas know. Do the long game, baby. That's how we hustling. That's how we winning. We here 20 years later. All right, let's get back to business. I got a question. 50 Cent, after your first album with Diamond, no one around you thought it'd be a good idea to renegotiate that horrendous contract you was in for ownership of your masters after that first album? The second album? The third album? The fourth album? You know what? I'm behind the bar. I'm Lord Vader. #1 premium rum in the world. And I want to pour you a shot. Yeah, you. I want to pour you a shot of Bumble Rum. This is what you deserve. And believe it or not, you can afford it.
This 50 Cent and Rick Ross war shows no sign of slowing down. Just when it seemed Fifth had finally finished dragging Ross over the reported numbers surrounding his latest album, Rick Ross fired back with an entirely different angle, proving once again that this feud still has plenty of explosive chapters left to unfold.
50. Boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was going to be able to do it. You thought you was going to be able to get them loans and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long?
Let's talk about him. He's saying he is pushing back from Shreveport. What does that mean? He's invested with all of this property that he's bought. Does that mean that he doesn't want to work with the city of Shreveport and these ventures anymore? What does that mean?
Well, you know,
You talk with him.
It says what it says. I have not talked to him since the post. And as I've said to many, many people, I learned a long time ago I'm a really terrible mind reader. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to infer anything from what he says. And when we get a chance to talk, we'll clear the air.
Not the album that he swore Drake was going to flop. Not this. Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah, so after Rick Ross's album Set in Stone flopped, 50 Cent decided to speak out against it, which caused Ross to fire back.
I got a DM say, Rose, how you feel about what 50 said? What the I said, what did 50 say? Excuse me, before you mention what 50 said, let me ask how's it going over there in Shreveport?
All right, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, we all have. Let's talk about him. He's saying he is pushing back from Shreveport. What does that mean? He's invested with all of this property that he's bought. Does that mean that he doesn't want to work with the city of Shreveport and these ventures anymore? What does that mean?
You borrowed all them people money. Did you return their money back? And because Shreveport ain't giving you the loans you was looking for. Because they smart. LA don't need a fucking film studio. Hollywood don't need it. Why would you need a film studio? You're stealing people money. Get them people back their money, Curtis.
And somehow, this latest chapter dragged Eminem, the late Tupac Shakur, and even the upcoming Street Fighter movie into the middle of the chaos. What started as another round in the 50 Cent, Rick Ross war suddenly became something nobody saw coming. Yeah, this one got complicated very, very fast.
Okay, and then when it came time, it was one of those things where, look, at some points, when people have success for the first time in their career, sometimes they need it to be all ass, right? So the difficult thing is if they have their success for the first time and it's a 50 Cent show, it is a 50 Cent show. Like publicly, people look at it like it's presented by 50 Cent. It's 50 Cent. The story is from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Everything is 50 Cent tied to the show. The music that's playing is 50 Cent. It got awkward for the writer, for the showrunner, because she felt like it was registering as a 50 Cent show instead of her show. And that turned into, it got weird with her behaviors and the things that was going on behind the scenes with her. And then it also was friction between her and Amari, because he was feeling like he was the lead and the star of the show. So she was having a problem with anybody who was leading the show because she felt like it was her show, like it was hers. And it was a show rightfully as a writer, but he is the star of the show. Omari would have died. Ghost Must Die. He would have died where Kanan died. That much earlier. She planned to kill Omari's character off right there. And I'm like, nah.
I want to go viral this morning, so Curtis, I ain't finished with you. I saw you making excuses of why you was kicked off the shows, blamed it on the black woman. She's the creator. She wrote it. It's her show. Ghost was her show. Kanan was her show. She gave you $3,500 an episode just to do little posts and all that. Be loyal to the black woman the way you are to Eminem. She gave.
For years, 50 Cent and Rick Ross have turned their rivalry into a non-stop exchange of insults, jokes, and public shots. So fans already understand one simple rule. When these two start firing at each other, almost anything can become a weapon. But this latest twist surprised everyone because Ross wasn't even the original target. It all began with 50 Cent discussing new music before the conversation suddenly veered into familiar territory and opened yet another explosive chapter in their long-running feud.
Did 50 Cent cross the line by making new music with Tupac? Rick Ross definitely.
But I heard you say you finna release new music with Eminem and Tupac. Hey, boy, Pac been dead 30 years. Let the man rest in peace.
I have some music that I'm working on. I did something currently, me, Eminem and Tupac.
Suddenly, social media exploded with theories. Fans were dissecting every word Fifth had said, wondering how the track could possibly come together, and, more importantly, waiting to see who would react next. Then, during a recent interview, 50 Cent dropped the detail that changed the entire conversation. He revealed that he had a new song connected to the upcoming Street Fighter soundtrack, and according to him, the collaboration was anything but ordinary. 50 Cent claimed the track brings together three enormous names: himself, Eminem, and the late Tupac Shakur. The moment that statement began circulating, the internet immediately hit the brakes. There was one obvious problem. Tupac died in 1996. So how could a brand new collaboration possibly feature him? Suddenly, the announcement created more questions than answers. Fans were left wondering, how can that actually happen? That unanswered question became the center of the entire story. Was 50 Cent referring to unreleased or previously recorded Tupac vocals that had received official clearance? Could an older recording have been reworked and transformed into something completely new? Or was there another crucial detail that 50 had not revealed yet? His comments left plenty of room for speculation. But simply putting the names 50 Cent, Eminem, and Tupac Shakur together on a Street Fighter-related track was enough to send the internet into overdrive, and suddenly, this story had taken a completely unexpected turn.
Rick Ross, the boat, says that if he wanted to sell 200,000-300,000 copies the first week, like all these other guys, he could have done that too.
Y'all know it's crazy. These say they could sell 300 gazillion streams in the first 3 weeks, but where your clothesline at then? Why you ain't selling no shoes? You should be able to sell protein shakes if you sell that many streams. Y'all should be selling peptides. You should be able to sell anything if those numbers weren't inflated. Now Google all of their other assets outside of music. They spirits business, clothes business, this business, everything else. SMS audio.
50 Cent eventually provided more details about the unexpected Tupac appearance, explaining that the late rapper's estate had officially authorized the use of vocals that Tupac had recorded before his death. But 50 also made one point crystal clear: there was no AI involved in creating Pac's contribution. That single clarification answered one of the biggest questions surrounding the announcement. Yet while fans were still trying to process the possibility of hearing Tupac on a new soundtrack, Rick Ross appeared to have a very different reaction. Instead of joining the excitement, Ross took to Instagram and laughed at the entire situation. What was supposed to be a major Street Fighter soundtrack announcement had suddenly become fresh ammunition in one of hip-hop's longest-running rivalries. And once again, 50 Cent and Rick Ross found themselves at the center of another unexpected online showdown.
I mean, Rick Ross went from selling 200,000 copies 20 years ago, first week sales, to barely being able to sell 20,000 in 2026. And I would argue that a lot of celebrities don't know how to deal with the fall off.
Man, the car show was a success, huge success. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Everybody who bought a ticket, who could imagine 5 years began as a dream. Here we are, everybody came out, everybody that performed, Finesse 2 times, Young Miami, Nino Breeze. Man, I'm finna relax for a second before this finals games. And once again, man, thank you. All my partners, Wingstop, Real Edition, Mario Montoya, Abby and Co. on the collab with the keys. Shout out to all the new key winners, all the OG key holders. It's all about getting bigger, baby. The boat.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. People have to take care of that. Rick Ross got fucked.
So they're just arguing, two rich guys arguing about...
Ross didn't hold back, saying, "You're about to drop new music with Eminem and Tupac? Pac has been gone for decades. Let that man rest in peace." That reaction instantly changed the entire mood. Instead of fans focusing solely on how 50 Cent managed to assemble such an unusual collaboration, attention immediately swung back toward the explosive relationship between 50 and Ross. At that point, it became obvious that this story wasn't simply about unreleased Tupac vocals or the Street Fighter soundtrack anymore. It had become another chapter in one of hip-hop's most relentless rivalries. And the timing of Ross' response made the situation even more explosive. The latest exchange was already building momentum after 50 Cent spent several days mocking Rick Ross over the reported first-week numbers for Set in Stone. Fifth continued posting jokes, questioning the reported figures, and finding new ways to keep the pressure on Ross from every possible direction.
22,000 the first week, 20 the second week. People with all these followers sell other products outside of the music. Why their sneakers can't sell, alcohol can't sell, why everything else you do outside of music is unsuccessful. The new flex is no bots.
So he did drop Set in Stone recently, but he only did 22,000. 50 Cent has been having a fucking ball. He posted Ross. He says Ross hits a new chart low with his new album. He says, LOL, I'm sorry, it's over. Can't fake it forever. He also posted something else. He says Rick Ross concert, Detroit, Michigan, 8:30. Start time was 8 p.m. He says, God damn, I never seen it this bad before. What you gonna focus on? The wings?
I got a question. Would you rather have Paddy's in your size, enjoy your entire bottle of Luke Belaire, conversating business with the boss, or listening to the vinyl with Ricky Rose and taking your autographed CD home? What would you rather have? Ricky Rose, Set in Stone, the album of the year. Speaking to the true hip-hop lovers, never get caught up in the propaganda. Go to the product. Rose putting the dope music out. That's who fight my battles. Don't never come to the table with premeditated hate. When I was a young hustler, I bought Tupac and Big. It was about the music, and that's what it's about now. You gotta remember, since day one, when was doing $1 million the first week, I was doing 150. 20 years later, here we are.
Hasn't been that positive, man. It depends how you want to look at Ross. If you want to say, hey, Ross is cross-collateralizing with all of his other ventures and he's not trying to compete on the current music scene, W. But I can't say that with Ross. I just got to be honest. Ross has been talking like he's competing. Ross is he's talking about Drake. He's talking about other people who are putting out top ranking albums, sales wise and otherwise. And if he could be criticizing them, he should be able to put up numbers and whatever that could match or compete. And he's not competing, just to be honest. So I think, he has to take, I'm not too sure how much of an L it is, but just take the L for now and, try to come back better or change his narrative.
Let's make sure we keep the album as the discussion. As a boss, that's my responsibility. You feel me? Let's continue to discuss the album. Set in Stone. What you love, what you may not, please do. You know what I'm saying? Leave it in the comments. Make sure it's looking like a fucking scene from 300. You know what I'm saying? Those who love what they love, rep it, you know what I mean? The Empire, what's up? But everybody, man, it ain't nothing but love, you heard me? Set in Stone out now. The boat.
Yo, who told Rick Ross that it was a good idea to go missing from music for 20 years and then drop an album and try to go on tour?
This is not the same Rick Ross. This is lowest week selling ever.
Told y'all I'm playing the long game with my album, Set in Stone out now. We pulled the streaming report for Set in Stone first 2 weeks. With 63.5 million streams, that equates to approximately 42.5K albums sold, which does not include the physical products. That's equivalent to Ricky Rose selling 22,000 the first week and 20 the second week, which is no fall off. It's a long game we playing here, guys.
He even mocked Ross for spending time promoting his businesses instead of publicly celebrating what 50 framed as a successful album run.
50 Cent, I see you raising money for your film ideas. You asked a close friend of mine. I saw the renderings, the drawings of what you believe your studio could be like in Shreveport. I'm gonna give you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come sit down at the table and present your ideas. I won't make you any promises. Men of business don't discuss the past. It's new money, I'll consider it. You know where I'm at financially.